The Lamborghini Urus Performante 2023 is not just another luxury SUV, it's the embodiment of what happens when Lamborghini takes its wild, supercar DNA and injects it into a high-riding, family-friendly body. The standard Urus already pushed the limits of what an SUV could do, but the Performante takes things up a notch, creating something sharper, lighter, more aggressive, and without question, more exhilarating. This SUV isn't just about practicality, it's about bringing racetrack-level performance into a package that still lets you do the school run or a weekend road trip. Under the hood, the Urus Performante carries the same 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 as the regular Urus, but here, Lamborghini has tuned it to deliver more. The power figure jumps to 657 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful SUVs on the market. That extra muscle, combined with a weight reduction of around 103 pounds thanks to extensive use of carbon fiber, means this SUV can rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 3.3 seconds. That's blisteringly fast for something weighing over 2 tons, and the top speed of around 190 miles per hour is equally impressive. Lamborghini engineered the Performante to dominate not only on the streets but also on the track and even off-road terrains, something very few SUVs can claim. Performance isn't only about power, though, it's also about how the car feels on the road. The Urus Performante rides lower than the standard model, with a suspension tuned for sharper handling and a more direct connection between the driver and the road. Instead of the adaptive air suspension found on the regular Urus, this model comes with steel springs for a more rigid and responsive setup. Paired with rear-wheel steering and a recalibrated torque vectoring system, the SUV feels surprisingly nimble, almost defying physics for something this size. Lamborghini even introduced a new, rally, drive mode, which allows the SUV to let loose on dirt or gravel surfaces, providing controlled slides and an extra dose of fun for adventurous drivers. Visually, the Urus Performante wears its upgrades proudly. The front bumper has been redesigned with larger air intakes and a more aggressive shape to optimize cooling and aerodynamics. The hood, made entirely of carbon fiber, features functional vents that hint at the SUV's race-bred character. At the rear, a reworked spoiler inspired by the Aventador SVJ increases downforce, while a redesigned diffuser and titanium exhaust not only look fantastic but also sound menacing. Compared to the standard Urus, the Performante sits about 20 mm lower and is wider in stance, giving it a more planted, athletic presence on the road. Every angle screams Lamborghini, yet it still maintains the practicality of an SUV. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cockpit that blends luxury with motorsport vibes. Alcantara dominates the cabin, wrapping the seats, dashboard, and door panels in a material that feels both premium and sporty. The seats are heavily bolstered to keep you in place during spirited driving, yet still comfortable enough for longer journeys. Carbon fiber trim pieces and contrasting stitching further emphasize the Performante's aggressive personality. Of course, Lamborghini didn't skimp on technology. A large digital driver display, dual touchscreen infotainment system, and advanced driver assist features ensure the SUV doesn't just perform, but also caters to modern convenience. One of the Performante's standout features is how it manages to balance extremes. On one hand, it's a high-performance machine capable of tackling racetracks with confidence, delivering razor-sharp handling and earth-shaking acceleration. On the other hand, it's still practical, enough to seat 5 passengers, carry luggage, and handle daily commutes. This duality is exactly what makes the Urus Performante so special. It allows Lamborghini's supercar spirit to live in a more versatile, everyday form. For many owners, it becomes the perfect compromise between the impracticality of a 2-seater exotic and the need for something more usable. The exhaust note is another highlight. Lamborghini tuned the titanium pipes to deliver an even more aggressive soundtrack, one that crackles, pops, and roars in ways that constantly remind you this isn't your typical SUV. Even cruising at normal speeds, the sound oozes personality, while at full throttle it transforms into a thunderous symphony that makes every drive an event. For enthusiasts, this auditory experience is as important as the performance itself. In the world of luxury performance SUVs, competition is fierce. Rivals like the Aston Martin DBX 707, Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, and Ferrari Purosangue all bring something unique to the table. But the Urus Performante stands out by leaning heavily into Lamborghini's heritage of flamboyance and raw power. It doesn't try to blend in or tone things down, it's unapologetically bold, making it one of the most exciting options in this segment. The 2023 Lamborghini Urus Performante proves that performance SUVs don't have to be compromises. It delivers supercar thrills in an SUV body, combining outrageous speed, precision handling, and everyday usability into one package. Whether you're tearing up a racetrack, exploring gravel trails in rally mode, or simply cruising through the city with your family, this SUV manages to feel special in every scenario. It's not just transportation, it's an experience, a statement of what happens when Lamborghini refuses to settle for ordinary. For those lucky enough to own one, the Urus Performante isn't just a vehicle, it's a lifestyle.